Hello, and welcome to the Disney Dunces. Using your touch-tone keypad, please enter the first 3 letters of the movie title you would like to see. You've selected Lightyear. If this is correct, please press 1 now.
Hello and welcome to Disney Dunces, the only Disney podcast presented by subclaimed non-experts. I'm Dunce number 1, but you can just call me Richard.
And I'm Craig Stew, and I'm Dunce number 2.
And I'm the third one, and I apologize in advance because I feel like this episode is just going to be completely incomprehensible.
What do you mean?
By the subject matter.
What do you mean the subject matter?
What a surprise, Casca didn't like the movie.
Did I say that like the movie? I say this movie maybe captures, it goes over some ideas and some themes of these ideas, which I don't think we could properly even begin to explain the whole idea behind time dilation.
Do you know what though?
By all means,
do you know what blows my mind here?
What's that?
This was Andy's favorite movie. That's what blows my mind.
Okay.
What the hell makes this Andy's favorite movie?
It says
say at the beginning of the movie. This was Andy's favorite movie.
Wait,
at
what?
the beginning of the
Literally,
movie,
the movie
it says,
starts off with that.
Yeah, it goes to a little thing like, in the year 1996, a boy named Andy got a Buzz Lightyear toy based on his favorite movie. This is that movie.
I feel like I just wasn't paying attention.
It existed.
That happens?
We got him, Rich. The first
you
time.
didn't watch the movie.
First time.
Okay.
Well, I did say last week I wasn't going to watch the movie, so.
We got him for the first time ever.
I mean, I don't even know about that because, like, I feel like it does blend in with, like, the, like, little Pixar logo and that other nonsense that they do in the beginning of the movie. Hold on, I'm actually screen capturing.
Is that what it actually looked like?
Yeah.
It did, yes, 100%.
No wonder I just ignored it.
That
looks like more of the beginning credit.
Yeah, it's black screen, white text, and
yeah.
Yep, it just says
that is it. Yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations. This movie is part of the Toy Story lore universe.
And you know what? I believe, because we had discussed, okay, well, we did Lightyear. I'm just going to say it. We watched Lightyear. So,
yeah.
I believe...
I'm just going to say it like it was a big fucking secret.
I know. We always never say, hey, guys, we never do that.
Well, no, because the fucking title says it. They say it in the beginning of the fucking opening of the episode. The only person who seems to not hear it is you.
Well,
and it's weird that you need it spelled out for you because you watch the fucking thing.
So
it's like it's a big surprise every time.
Like, I was about to say, like, you know what? Craig's not wrong for wanting to say the movie because, like, if someone has it on autoplay, they don't know what they're going into. And then you said it, that it's the fucking intro that we have that says the name of the movie.
The only people who aren't hearing it is us, and we should know what fucking movie we're covering. So if you got past the title, the description, and the intro by somehow, I don't think you deserve to know what we're fucking talking about.
Maybe Craig's doing it for me.
You got past the title, the intro, and you didn't know what the heck they were talking about either for this movie.
Okay,
Me?
if they announced it, if they literally announced, like, Buzz goes, in 1995, a boy named Andy got a Buzz Lightyear toy for his birthday. It's really, look at this. They put this in the splash screen, and this feels so much like a fucking afterthought. It's ridiculous. Just looking at it. Look at this.
But if you're deaf, though, then that's the only option, is to read it. And you're saying that
deaf people don't matter? What if deaf people ever mattered, Greg? Oh, they're gonna get mad because I said it's a podcast. They can't listen to this.
That's true.
We're going to appeal to the deaf crowd now. Thanks, Craig.
Well, okay, I can say that this is on YouTube, and I'm not sure if YouTube has automatic captions or if people actually have to do them.
They definitely have automatic captions, but they're very wrong most of the time.
I was going to say, yeah, that they don't know what I said.
You definitely have to redo it, like yourself, I think.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
good.
we will.
All right, if someone can please transcribe the podcast this week so all the deaf people could be offended, or just do what everyone else does and be offended on their behalf, please.
Speaking of being offensive, can we please talk about the word?
I mean, I would have gotten to it eventually because if we spend 2 seconds talking about the movie, someone has to bring up the fact that Buzz Lightyear isn't voiced by the man who voices Buzz Lightyear, and then I would say, I understand that because, quite frankly, I agree with Disney. Maybe I don't want someone who wants to say the N-word that badly to be voicing my child hero man. That makes sense to me.
Also,
now I think Richard
also
has
makes
some
sense
opinions
in
about wanting to say words he shouldn't say.
I think it also makes sense in universe that it would be a separate actor because, you know, maybe the toy it's because saying this is all in universe. The toy, they could not get the original voice actor to do the voice lines for the toy.
But they got the
so
same
instead
Zurg.
they got that guy from fucking cable access television to do it?
Yes.
It makes no fucking sense in universe.
I think it makes sense.
The fact that this
apparently
movie
Buzz Lightyear of Star Command also exists
in
too.
universe is fucking wild to me.
But also Star Command exists too. So this was the movie, and then the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command was the spin-off TV show of the
It's like
movie.
pretty impressive movie for 1995.
It was very impressive, very progressive too.
But this is why I called bullshit on that though. No child likes this fucking movie. This movie was not made for children. There's nothing fun about this movie. First, I was going to complain about some things that are completely unbelievable and I can't buy about this fucking movie. That is by far the top of the list now. This was not a kid's movie for children. There is nothing fun about this movie. If I brought a child to watch this movie, they would be bored in the first 10 seconds because there's nothing to look at. It is a man on a desolate planet. Everything is brown and it's fucking gray. This movie was made for, I assume, us, because that's the whole reason they had, this fucking Buzz Lightyear of all fucking people. No one else is going to give a shit about Buzz Lightyear. Children nowadays don't like Buzz Lightyear. The last 2 Toy Story movies were not made for children. This movie shouldn't exist.
I liked it.
You could like it. You could like it all fucking day.
I felt like there was a whole lot of nothing in this movie.
Yep.
And I wish it was more fun. I think that's my problem with it.
Not a fun movie. Not even remotely kind of fun. Which is weird because they made a movie about an action figure. And they made him look like the action figure. But when you put it in this serious movie, he just kind of looks stupid.
Now what?
You talk about the N-word.
Okay, I'm not talking about the N-word. Am I able to say the word that I want to say?
I think you can say it.
It's up to you. You feel like you can't say the word?
I used it once already, and I didn't know the first time we used it.
He did.
If you saw this movie in theaters, I'm going to say that you got gypped. And I don't know. That's all. I want to say gypped, and I'm being told that it's a problematic word.
It's weird that you want to say gypped so bad.
You could just say ripped off.
Swindled.
There's a lot of other words that mean the same thing. And look, I would have said the word gypped too, but at the time when I said it, I didn't know that there was a root to that word where it came from. So
who is telling you that it's a problematic word? Someone
Casca
offended?
told me. But Casca told me it comes from the word gypsy, and gypsy is referring to gypsies in that way as people who rip you off.
Swindle to the point where the act of swindling is known as being gypped.
I think it's more so the way that I see it.
Where are gypsies even from? Like, what is that even? I don't even know.
Romania.
You have no idea.
They might as well be. I don't know.
No, it's Romania. You think that I got offended that I couldn't use this word and I didn't look up?
Yeah, you had time. I told these guys to stop arguing over Discord. You might as well bring it to the podcast because there's nothing else to fucking talk about when it comes to Lightyear.
And then I started looking at other problematic words and origins, and I'm like, are we going to stop using grandfathered and housekeeping? I don't know.
Why is grandfathered problematic?
A grandfathered in. That's specifically where it is appropriated. I don't know exactly.
Okay, so you had days to fucking form your argument. You said grandfathered is apparently problematic. I'm going to use that.
It apparently had to deal with voting things with black people.
Okay, what's the next word? What do you know about?
What's wrong with the word grandfather?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
He doesn't know. Okay, hit us with eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
That's what they used to do in the slave galleries, but instead of catching a tiger by his toe, you would catch something else.
Now, does that come from the slave galleries, or is that something they did in the slave galleries?
I think maybe the slave galleries took it, and now...
Okay, that's different then. You see, the term gypped, as you love saying, specifically is a pejorative against a group of people. And it comes from that group of people.
Uh-huh.
You want to hear a funny story about something that also I didn't know about?
What's that?
So, I was working, and I was at the counter, and my boss was ringing somebody up, and I said, I'll be right back. I got to drop some kids off at the pool. And he says to me, he gets so angry at me. He's like, you can't say that. And I was like, why? What's wrong with dropping some kids off at the pool? What? They're just kids. What's wrong with the kids? And then after the people leave, he goes and explains to me that the original version is the Cosby kids because they're black. And I had no idea that it was a racial thing at all.
I just thought it was a silly saying. Changed enough because you're not saying the Cosby kids.
Yeah, I'm just saying some kids.
And you are birthing them from you. I think that's only a problem if you, for whatever reason, like this guy has to associate it with the Cosby kids.
I didn't even know that was a thing. The fact that you dropped
the Cosby kids, that's like saying I have a box of sugar babies. You can't fucking eat those. Because I'm sure we all used to know what they were called at one point.
My dad always tells me what they were called back in the day.
What is a sugar baby? I don't even know.
It's a candy.
What, sugar daddy?
No, sugar babies. They were they were N-word babies at a point.
Really? I don't even know what the food was. I don't even know what a sugar baby is.
It's a food. It's a candy. Okay. But again, you've changed it to make it work. You're not dropping the Cosby kids off the pool. And even if you were, that's still not like racist. Yes, the Cosby kids happen to be black. Your poop is the same color as them. That's not racist. Regardless, even if you said the Cosby kids.
What does this all have to do with Buzz Lightyear?
I don't know. You brought up the Cosby kids.
No, but what does the word gypsy have to do with? Oh, because you said you feel gypped. Okay, I forgot. Well, I forgot how we came to this. Okay.
We had to fucking force it in because he wanted to talk about it.
No, so we talked about someone being offended or something like that. Or offensive.
No, you just want to say the N-word. Really bad.
Yeah. I just want to say gypped.
Much like Richard wants to say gypped.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand. Why do you feel the need
to say a word that badly? I don't trust their intentions. Like, for me, you can say the N-word all fucking day. I don't give a shit. It all depends on your intent behind it.
It's just part of my vocabulary at this point, in which I don't associate it with gypsies.
Yeah, but I don't think
anyone does.
That's, first of all, again, it's you should be able to change your vocabulary. We don't want to run. We're not on Call of Duty all day screaming, to everybody and doing that all day. You don't do that.
Wow. I'll let Richard say gypped all day if you never say the F slur again.
I'm using it's context.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
We said it.
Guys,
in the context that the film said it that one time. That if you wanted to say it, that's the one time you can say it. You can't just say it.
I will never say the G/J words again as long as Craig promises never to use that word again in front of me.
I think you, Richard, have to maybe do a censor on that one. I don't feel comfortable all of a sudden.
Whoa.
In context, again, of the movie, when they were repeating them, it's fine. But
what are you talking about? There's that whole episode of South Park and they throw it on TV. It's all over
that
TV.
Episode of South Park.
But it's on regular TV.
On TV.
So it's not. It's a word that can be said. Although I guess Craig
is making the same
bleep it out for anybody who says
it
in the episode.
Yeah, I remember the episode.
And then Mr. it gets bleeped out for people, and then Mr. Garrison says it, and it doesn't get bleeped out.
Homosexual, you can say the word all you want. Just like if you're a black man, you can say that word all you want. And it's okay.
I have been proven.
You have to make a decision right now.
Bleep it out.
Oh, this is effort now.
Well, you can thank Craig for that.
I'll just take one of the dings from the beginning with the phone number thing.
The phone number, yeah.
But
if you can say it like a few more times, we can just play the whole sound clip, Craig.
I think that I have been shown the error of my ways by Craig dropping that one.
You're
Craig
welcome. I'm taking
cannonballing into the hole to make a point.
I'm taking a bullet for you. I took a bullet for you.
Oh, he's a true space ranger, that Craig.
If you saw this movie in theaters, I would say you have been ripped off.
If you saw this movie in theaters, I say you probably just walked out of it and got your money back.
No, like, I guess, like, maybe you didn't get ripped off, but I have a hard time watching this movie, and it might just be because I have a hard time watching any type of space movie.
You have a hard time just watching any movie ever.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
What the fuck are you saying?
No, I like that other movie we watched the other week. Hold on. Lion King. I like that one.
How long ago did we watch Lion King?
Yeah, definitely not the other week.
No.
It was certainly an other week, technically, sure. It was not this week.
Didn't we watch it before we watched the live action version, which was like 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah, we watched it maybe season 1 of the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it was back when I had the energy to make Photoshops for clips that don't exist anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
That's how dated The Lion King is.
I mean, it just feels like the other day. It's like, I don't know. How would you describe it? Time capsule?
I think the problem is you're like out there traveling at warp speed. So for you, it's 5 minutes, but for me and Craig stuck on Earth, it's been like 7 years.
I'm the Buzz Lightyear of the podcast, but I guess not the Buzz Lightyear that's
looked
like
at fondly. You're more like the Tim Allen of the podcast.
No, I think
close. Close.
I'm willing to learn and move on. And I am never using. Should I bleep out every time that I use the word during the podcast?
You have to from now. Now that you've realized it's the wrong thing to do, you have to. Unless you take maybe like one of them 22, 21, whatever the fuck they're the stupid. The test that tells you what kind of heritage you are, or whatever the fuck.
Oh, 23andMe.
23andMe, and it turns out you have a little bit of gypsy in you. You can keep them in.
Okay.
All right.
I have Romanian in me, but I don't know if that means
Craig's allowed to say it all he wants.
How do you know that?
That I have Romanian in me?
Yeah.
My father told me.
Oh.
My father's parents are like from Romania, Russia.
Oh.
That area.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, not my father, my grandparents' parents, my great-grandparents.
Craig, if you told me that, and that's why you didn't want me to use the word, then just say so. You don't have to tell me that the entire world says it's problematic.
I'm not offended by it. I'm just saying it is, but people do. I guess people are offended by it, and you shouldn't want to offend anybody.
That's why I'm not using it.
Except the deaf.
Well,
We've established that.
I still kind of want to use it, but hearing Craig drop that word just kind of
that's what it feels like to everyone else. It's again, I'm not offended. It does make me uncomfortable.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the air just gets real heavy all of a sudden. It's like, I gotta spend the next hour with this guy. Come on.
Don't worry. I'm here. I'm a changed man. I am.
You say that, but I feel like I'm in a bigot sandwich right now, and it's not good.
The best part is that my Discord call has me on the right, Craig on the left, and you in the middle.
That's what mine is.
But isn't a bigot sandwich? Isn't that when the bigot is in the middle? And
no, you see, this is 74 years in the future, where the meat's on the outside and the bread's in the middle.
I hate how you managed to make that a callback to the movie.
We did it, boys! We get to wrap it up.
No, I think that there's still more to say about the movie. Like,
yeah, I guess
I can kind of appreciate the fact that they wanted to give Buzz Lightyear more of an origin story, but they didn't do it in a very entertaining way.
I don't think that's what they wanted to do, bud.
What did they want to do?
I think the point was to try to capitalize on people's bullshit nostalgia and it's nice that Disney branched out and made a more serious movie. It's just weird that they forgot to do the thing that makes Disney shit fun, which is, charm and fun and everything. They took it all out. They just kind of made a serious movie and then shoehorned Buzz Lightyear in there because nostalgia, right, guys?
I guess. Like, it to me, it felt like two different movies, because you had the first one that focused on, like, time travel and stuff like that. And then the second half in which it
didn't focus on time travel or stuff like that. And I think that's my biggest problem with this movie. Because I'm going to stop you there. Because what he's talking about is time dilation. There's this whole plot point, quote unquote, because it's not really. I thought, like, if this is the movie, this is fucking heavy, and that's kind of great. Where they get stranded on this planet because of Buzz and his arrogance or whatever the hell he wanted to do. He doesn't want any help. He wants to do everything himself. So they lose their fuel cell. So what they're going to do is kind of settle on this hostile planet, and Buzz is going to do missions where he essentially tests new fuel cells, trying to build one that can go at warp speed or whatever the fuck it's called. And every time he does it, it's a 5-minute trip for him, but he's going so fast and going around another planet. Every time he returns, 7 years goes by. And it's like, that's kind of crazy. What a crazy, emotional thing that this movie is going to be. And then it's like, well, that happens. Let's do it 5, 12, 15 more times in the next 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes. They go deal with this concept, and Buzz he doesn't care. He just goes 64 years into the future in the course of 5 minutes, and he's like, all my friends are dead, I guess, but I have Socks the cat to keep me company. What a swell movie this is.
It's like I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you've just lost everyone in your life in the course of these missions are happening over the course of a few days at least, right? Like
it seems like it, because they make a point saying, Buzz, you didn't stop and live in the moment or whatever the fuck. It seems to be a very short time span for Buzz. They're 5-minute missions he's doing like every other day.
Do you feel like by the end of the movie, he actually learned a lesson? Like, I know it's like
yes.
he had
Yeah.
Do you think he really learned it, though? Or do you think that...
Yeah, well, I think that's the point of the ending. Well, like, the whole point of the villain character is to show that Buzz has grown.
What made him grow, though?
What made him grow was what changed between Zurg and Buzz.
What was it?
Buzz had to stop doing his mission. He was forced to stop doing his mission. He was stuck there, and he couldn't leave planet like Zurg did because Zurg stopped him. So while Buzz was basically a criminal at this point, there's a point of the movie where Buzz becomes a fucking criminal for no fucking reason.
This is like nature versus
movie. This
nurture.
is so stupid. No, it's not nature. Well,
right?
No,
because
it's not.
Yes, it is. Because assuming what's nature versus nurture? I think
nature versus you. That's why. Okay, nature versus nurture is people end up the way they are either because they are born that way or because of outside forces that shape them.
Mm-hmm.
That is nature versus nurture. That
so
is not
is it
what this
nurture
is.
and not nature?
It would just be, yes, because the outside forces being Buzz had no choice but to rely on others, mainly rookies, a group of people he's shown to have a problem with.
Uh-huh. Okay. I think I'm getting it now.
Yeah. And that allowed him to see, oh, you know what? People settled on this planet and had a life while I was too busy going 65 years in the future for 5 minutes. And if I took a second to stop and thought about what they think, maybe they wouldn't want to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Buzz being hell-bent on, this is my mission, I'm going to get everyone home. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Huh. I think I like the movie now.
You shouldn't.
Now that I see it through your eyes.
The whole thing was, what was it? Buzz goes on his space mission, and 64 years before he goes on his 64-year journey, he tells Socks the cat, work on this. Make the fuel cell work. And Socks is all like, okay. And then he returns, Socks fixes the fuel cell, and he comes back to, not Earth, whatever planet they landed on, and the new leader is all like, Buzz, we're not going to do that anymore. And Buzz is all like, I'm going to do it anyway. and then they try to kill his cat. Like, of course he goes rogue and fucking takes his fuel cell to go into space. You tried to kill his cat. What are you doing?
But here's where I think I get confused.
There's no reason to kill his cat. It's his one friend. He's been gone for 65 years. Everybody knows he's dead, and you go, shh. I mean, that sucks, buddy. Time to kill that fucking cat of yours. Can't give you that.
I guess.
It's so fucking bizarre.
But
I understand them wanting to tell Buzz, no, bud, you don't have to do that. We're happy here. No, it's pack your bags, buddy. We're gonna kill your fucking cat now.
Okay, like I'm in agreement there. Like, okay, Buzz can go off and do whatever, and then he goes into hyperspace. He dilates successfully, but I don't even know what he was trying to do this entire time. And
I told you before, they're trying to make a fuel cell that can sustain hyperspeed.
And what were they going to do with the hyperspeed?
Go back home.
Oh, so they were trying to get their turnip to hyperspeed so that they could just leave?
They can leave, yeah.
Why didn't they just do it?
Because they couldn't get a fuel cell that was stable until Socks did it. But at that point, they said, you know what? It's been 64 years. We don't give a fuck.
Oh.
And it would have been fine.
Is no one
if
able
they
to
didn't immediately try to kill his cat?
But, like, is Space Command, Star Command, whatever, not going to help them with, like, retrieving a fuel cell? Like, are there no outside forces?
They don't have contact with anyone. They've gone far. For all I know, wherever they used to be, I don't know. I don't really understand the point of this because they're in the ship. It's full of people. They're all in sleep. And they're looking for a planet they can inhabit. I don't know. I don't really know what the plan was. I don't know if the plan was to go back to where they came from. I mean, they left it for a reason with all these people. I genuinely don't know.
Okay.
It's not a good movie.
Yeah, there was a lot, because we didn't understand the stakes in the beginning of the movie when he made that decision to just try to, like, I don't know, leave the planet and break his spaceship. I feel like the stakes weren't on the table at that point.
Oh, do you like what is the whole point of their mission to begin with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They just had a ship full of people and they were looking for a place to live, I guess. They didn't say why.
Yeah, because, like, I didn't understand the gravity of the situation initially because I thought, like, oh, Buzz just broke his spaceship for 3 people.
Well,
and
no, they showed the people on board.
When did they do that?
I don't know. Before he breaks it, you see a bunch of people sleeping.
I could have sworn I watched the movie.
No, I think you watched the first, I think you saw the first 3 screens of this is Andy's favorite movie, and then you just kind of blanked out.
No, I wanted to experience what Andy experienced, but I don't see how this would be like a good movie for like a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah, it's not. I can't believe they shoehorned that little title card in because that is bullshit.
I can't believe you missed it.
I can.
Oh.
Considering it blended in with fucking Luxo, I absolutely believe I missed it. It's not eye-catching at all. It's, hey, here's Ariel white on black. Have fun with that.
Like I first started seeing like signs of redemption for this movie once we got introduced to like Buzz's comrades like 70 years in the future, in which he has like the girl from that was like the granddaughter of his like previous Space Ranger partner.
Yeah.
And you had the two other people, like the dude that needed training and the parole
The dude who
lady.
had an accent for reasons I can't comprehend. But
I
it's a
thought the
space
same
thing, so
thing,
I'm gonna
too.
let it. I'm gonna let it pass. Like it's a space thing. I think that's the thing they just like to do because it's funny.
I did think of that too, because these are people on just a planet, and this guy was clearly born on this planet.
Yeah,
You don't just
'cause
have an
he's
accent.
not 70 plus. He
You're not
shouldn't
just-
have an accent.
I think that this is
that's
another.
Taika Waititi, by the way.
No, the thing
who
is-
voiced him.
I know what the thing
I don't know
is.
what that is, but I'll believe it.
It's another nature versus nurture thing in which his parents probably had the accent.
Yeah, his parents have an accent, but guess what?
Does it-
Most fucking immigrant parents have accents, and I talk to their kids, and their kids speak perfect fucking English.
Yeah.
Like
No,
it's-
sometimes
it's-
it lingers after birth.
No.
It doesn't even sort of work like that. For this to make sense, he had to be completely locked in his fucking room and only have access to talking to his parents the whole time.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird that we only really see like the other side characters like in the past. They're only in the rooms. Like you would think Buzz would be able to meet like Kiki or the kids, but we only see them in the room.
He has no
it.
interest. He's got to fly a spaceship for 5 minutes every 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's stupid.
Oh, I don't
Again,
know.
if maybe he took the time to meet them, maybe they made the movie more about the time dilating thing. I think it would have been a better movie. Instead, it was just like, here's our weird emotional thing we're not going to really discuss. It's more like our time travel device. And I'm like, okay. I mean, if Buzz doesn't care, why the fuck should I?
God.
Yeah.
I don't know. Craig, what
I
do you
don't know.
want to talk about this movie for?
I liked this movie. I liked Socks.
Socks? Did I say it? I loved Socks. He was the only good thing about this movie. I wish this movie was a success because if fucking they made this movie for children and they sold the fuck out of everything, I could buy a Socks. I could be a proud owner of a Socks, I bet. I don't think that's going to be a thing, really. This movie fucking bombed because they tried to compete with fucking Minions. What are you doing?
Wait, what happened with Minions?
Is
They
Minions
competed
even
with
good?
Minions 2, The Rise of Gru. Is it good? Fucking no, it's absolute garbage. Is it fun? You fucking bet your sweet asshole it is. The children love it when they say banana.
Did you see it?
I just
No,
heard
why would
a
I?
bunch of like young people showed up in suits to see Minions.
I'm sure they were doing that
It
all
was
over
like
the planet.
it was like a meme thing where everyone
Yeah.
got in groups and wore like a suit and to go see Minions.
Not
Do you
a
think-
single group got together to watch fucking Lightyear. I can
Yeah, I
guarantee
was
that
going to
much.
say, like, what would the equivalent be for Lightyear? Like that stupid, like, purple cap Buzz has? I don't know.
I don't even think the Minions wore suits, so I don't.
No,
see
they don't.
that it
I
was
think
a-
the joke was the juxtaposition of wearing dressing up to go see Minions 2, The Rise of Gru.
Wait, doesn't Gru wear a suit?
really.
Not really.
What does he wear?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I guess it's like a kind of suit, but not like what you'd like. It's. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Hold
Picture him
on.
in a turtleneck, but I don't know.
Oh,
I think he
has, like,
wears a blazer
scarf.
and a turtleneck and a scarf. Oh, a scarf. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe
Oh.
a petticoat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
Oh,
I don't know.
everyone
I'm
should have just gone and worn this.
I like how Australia cinemas had to confirm
Perfect.
that they won't ban
Hate
people
that.
from wearing suits. Like, why were movie theaters considering this?
It's too disruptive.
Well, from what I heard is that people like were very disruptive during the movie. They were like yelling and all this crap. So
I believe that.
I had a buddy who was telling me he went to go see it because he just sees every movie. Like a guy who literally goes to see everything, and he went to see it, and all of a sudden a bunch of like kids got up and started fucking cheering and whatever, and he was like, "What the hell's happening?"
Now here's the thing.
No, what, you mean kids or do you mean like teenagers?
No, yeah,
Teenagers.
this is
teenagers.
that's what I thought.
this was my problem with what Craig was saying, because originally I'm picturing like little children in suits, and now as I'm looking at Google,
like
16
or so.
Yeah, I know you meant
as I'm looking at
teenagers.
Google, now I see the teenagers, and now
some of them probably even older
head.
than that. They could probably have driven themselves. A couple of them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Again, they were doing it for the memes,
18.
and it's fine. Do it for the memes. But as soon as you're disrupting a kids movie that children are going to because they're children and they want to see this shit,
Yeah.
you're the asshole. Don't do that shit.
For sure. Yeah. I just thought it was very deceptive, the way that it was being presented to me.
No,
And
it was not intentionally. So I knew what he meant. Everyone else knew what he meant.
I did. Why is it just me?
I don't know, bud. Why is it just you?
Someone
That's
says
something
kids,
you
and
have
I'm
to figure out.
picturing little children in
You
suits.
picture what you want. That's all I'm saying.
I'm picturing like alfalfa. Alfalfa wore suits, right?
I don't know, bud.
All
All I know about that kid is his weird cowlick thing.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. The movie I thought was going to be fun when I saw the like his little space companions, but no.
No.
So I guess that this is a good time for me to talk about, well, or at least hear more about your experience with Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, Casca. Because I imagine that was fun, right?
Yeah, it was a fun show. It was Cowboy Bebop.
Was Zurg in that?
He was in it. He was played by what's his face? The late great Wayne Knight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and like I thought that this was going to be cool-ish because I heard like, oh, Zurg's in the movie, but they did that twist in which Buzz is Zurg, but I'm gonna have questions here.
Turns out the bad guy who was going around and just collecting spaceship. What was it? What was he even doing? He had a bunch of robots and they would teleport stuff onto his spaceship.
Isn't that what Galactus would do?
That's
he
his
would just
big master
collect
plan.
Junk.
No, Galactus ate planets.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was
That was his
the eater of
sustenance.
planet eater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So Galactus really isn't a villain. I mean, it's the dude just gotta eat.
he just hungry.
Okay.
I mean, you'd want to eat too. We eat cows and shit.
Kind of like a Snorlax, right? What do you mean it's not like a Snorlax?
I mean, they do eat, so he does got you there, Craig.
Yeah, I mean, but in that case, it's like everything.
Didn't
Yeah,
you
it's
see
like-
the
It's
episode?
like most things.
There was an episode of Pokemon in which Snorlaxes were invading an island and just eating all of the produce, and they had to figure out how to stop the Snorlax. But do you really want to stop the Snorlax? The Snorlax has got to eat. And I think they had to
That's why
redirect
you
the Snorlaxes.
thin them out.
Yeah. Like Galactus.
That's why we have hunting seasons.
Oh, God.
We gotta thin out the Galactuses.
How many Galactuses are there?
One.
That's what I thought.
What's his origin story? How did he get so big?
From like the beginning of the
planets?
universe. Yeah, and he's like what is he?
A planet eater?
Oh yeah, but he's like a celestial? Is that what he is? Something like that.
Like the
Forget.
men who live in the skies, like Zeus?
No, that's a god.
What's more
are
powerful?
the Celestials, but I think he's a celestial.
Celestials are more powerful than gods?
They do eat planets.
in the Marvel universe, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, now you got Craig going off on his thing.
Yeah, why did you have
Sorry.
to ask this? We
Yeah.
need to know.
Yeah,
No,
it wasn't
well,
really even kind of.
I needed to
relevant.
know for my understanding of Lightyear, a Buzz Lightyear story. What's the subtitle of this movie?
Lightyear,
Oh.
Andy's favorite film.
Maybe he's not a celestial. I don't know what the hell.
Okay.
But I just know he's from like
fine.
the beginning of the universe and shit.
Wait, is he Buzz Lightyear but from a different future?
No.
Then I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so why are there two Buzz Lightyears?
So this is the thing that I felt like I was going to bring up, and then Craig was going to yell at me by saying, "How do you know?" Because they do the thing which I can't fucking stand in a movie, which is time travel. So it turns out the bad guy, whose whole goal was to just talk to Buzz Lightyear, but went around it the fucking worst way possible, is just Buzz from a different future. A future where he came back, they tried to arrest him, just like they did with this Buzz. When he came back from his 5-minute trip, his last one, they tried to arrest him. But instead he said, fuck that. He peaced out. He found a ship in space. He just found a ship in space. There was no explanation for it. I'm sure the sequel is going to be all about it. With some technology that he then repurposed with his completed fuel cell that can go warp speed. And he managed to travel fast enough to go back in time.
But it didn't go as far back as he wanted.
He couldn't because he ran out of fuel in his fuel cell. But he went far back enough where he can now get another fuel cell from Buzz, because he went back to the point where, he went back on his final trip and almost got arrested. But instead of people almost arresting him, Zurg got in his way. Zurg was having an attack on the city, which kept the city under its laser barrier. And Buzz met with the rookies because he altered the past. This is making sense so far to you?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have this different present where future Buzz has stopped Buzz from becoming future Buzz. And again, so far I'm fine with this. I don't care. But then you get to the point where, Buzz has a one-on-one with future Buzz, and he goes, with your fuel cell, we can finally go back to the past far enough and stop you from crashing on this planet to begin with. And Buzz is like, that's a super idea. And then he starts thinking about it. He's all like, oh, wait, this whole movie, I was learning that my teammate and best friend made a life for herself on this planet. People live their life on this planet. People want to stay on this planet. It is no longer a part of my mission to save them. They've managed to make a life for themselves. If I do this, I will go back in time and erase everything. And then I just want to fucking shake Buzz Lightyear out of his stupid fucking suit, because obviously that's not how it works. Because future Buzz has already gone back in time and stopped you from becoming future Buzz. Did he fucking disappear? No, you fucking moron. They're separate timelines now. This is separate timeline logic. You're not going to erase what happened. You're going to go into a different time period with a different Buzz and save him. That sounds pretty nice, don't you think, Buzz? But no, the movie's just like, that's exactly what's going to happen, Buzz. You're 110% correct. So why don't you fight yourself for the fuel cell? And he does.
It's just the problem with time travel. And in my opinion, the only time travel that's ever been done correctly is Dragon Ball Z.
What'd they do in Dragon Ball Z?
They did the multi-universe thing where you can't...
The multiverse thing. Which is what they were doing in this until Buzz goes, I would delete everything. I'm like, no, Buzz, you wouldn't.
Isn't he just incorrect?
Not how it works. No one stopped to correct him. So all I can do is say, this is how the movie feels like it should go. I mean, if I was old Buzz, I would say, moron, I'm still here. That's not what you're doing. You're just helping a different Buzz live a different life.
That's what Trunks did.
Yeah, Trunks is great.
Trunks is like, I can't save my future, but maybe I can save another.
I can save yours, yeah. It's a nice thing to do.
I completely forgot that arc of Dragon Ball Z existed.
So he goes, but at the end, he goes back to his own time period, and everything's already there. Like, everything's already destroyed and everything. But he's able to kill all the androids.
The androids, yeah.
He's really strong.
Is he powered up?
Oh, so it was a win-win for everyone, right?
Except in Super,
Essentially.
when it got blown up and erased from existence.
Wait, what happened?
Super shit. I hate that.
It was so good up to the ending.
Arc
I thought it was good up to that up to the ending.
Fucking
of it.
so fucking stupid. I hate it.
The best part of that whole thing was when Goku and Vegeta are flying, and they're like, "Oh crap, we forgot to make a plan, and we'll be fine. We're always fine." And Vegeta says to Goku, "Except for all those times we died."
Good. I love that show. Anyway, that's Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, the movie, the game.
I guess so. I don't think I have anything else to talk about.
I will say this. It was cute that they constantly make references to Buzz Lightyear.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, that's fun. They did a lot of that.
Also,
like you're mocking me, aren't you?
I didn't see anywhere.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
I didn't see anywhere anything about his first name in this movie. The whole time I'm like, where the hell? And I looked it up. I don't see it anywhere.
That was my biggest complaint about this fucking movie. How do you change his name? Change a man's story, but leave a man his name. What are you doing?
But where didn't you say that it's supposed to say his name in this movie? And we talked about it.
No, it was the last movie.
What was the last movie?
The one we saw before this. The Lion King, I think. Richard said.
Yeah, what about it?
They coined him Benjamin Buzz Lightyear.
Where? What?
I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Maybe it was because I actually watched the little documentary thing about the making of Lightyear.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe I heard something there.
It's probably that then.
And we talked about it? Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, yeah. This just dragged on, I felt.
The movie or the podcast?
The movie.
Okay.
I mean, the podcast isn't even at an hour. But I'm
crazy.
What?
I also watched The Batman, which is a 3-hour fucking movie from DC. That shit was great. This sucked ass.
Still haven't watched Batman.
You should watch it. It's very good. I didn't mind it being 3 hours, and I think that's saying a lot.
I think it does, at least from Casca.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know.
No, it was a good take on the Batman and his villains.
Is that on Disney?
Wow. If it was, we would have watched that instead of this shit.
Oh, okay. Well,
maybe one day.
Know.
Maybe one day.
Marvel buys DC.
What are we watching next then?
Are we done?
Are we done? I don't know. It feels so. I feel like we didn't hit anything.
What's there to hit?
I don't know. Something feels unresolved here, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the way that the movie is. Because what happened to Buzz Lightyear? Or what happened to Zurg?
He survived.
They killed him.
So, yeah, but then the post-credit scene, you see him, he's alive.
Oh, is there a post-credit scene? I didn't watch that.
Wait, hold on.
Because I left as soon as I could.
Hold on. I need to see the third one.
The first post-credit scene, I think, is when you see the bug hit the force field.
You have to explain all of it because, again, I didn't watch any of it.
And then the bug hits you see the general guy, and he's sitting there in his chair, and you see behind him, and the bug hits the force field, and he goes, "Ha, force field," or something like that, or shield. Okay. I forget what he says. Right?
Laser shield, probably.
Laser shield. That's what he says. And the second one, it goes back to that one robot, and he's still given the directions on where to go. And then the last one, he sees Zurg floating through space, and his eyes light back up. And then,
okay.
So does that mean there's going to be a sequel to this?
Probably. Well, they definitely set it up for a sequel at the end of the movie. It's all like Benjamin Buzz Lightyear, you're going to get arrested, except or not. You will reform the Space Ranger Force, and you can have your pick of my elite Zap Zap men. And he's all like, well, Colonel, I can't do that because I have my own team.
And that one guy's got a pen.
And that one guy's got a pen, and he's got to use that pen. So
the whole movie, I'm just waiting. I'm like, when is he going to use this pen? He's got to use the pen at some point.
Oh yeah,
keep making this.
And he did.
Isn't that Chekhov's pen?
That was Chekhov's pen.
Yeah, it was Chekhov's pen. Yeah. Essentially, I usually it's a little bit more subtle. They sure milked that pen a lot though. he would constantly bring it up and say, "Hey, it's time for the pen," and he'd be like, "No, okay." And then at the end, it's like if only I had like some kind of small, thin wedging device that I could possibly use to open this thing that is stuck. And then he just kind of sits there. And I'm sitting there like, and he goes, "Oh wait, the pen!" And it's like, "Yay, they did it."
I just realized that this is an audio medium.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
he paused. It was a dramatic pause. That's why he.
I didn't want to say it was dramatic. It was just him trying to get the gears turning. And me. Yeah, it was. I don't like this movie. I don't like anything about this movie. Like, again, I like that they tried to do something that was a little more serious in tone. It's weird that they forgot to make it fun in any capacity.
Or charming.
Or charming. It's wild. They just stuck a bunch of fucking toy-looking idiots on a brown planet and said, well, job's a good one. Oh, and I also wanted to say, I know it was what, Chris Evans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First I was like, oh, they just got celebrity guy they like to get to do the voice of Buzz. He was a good Buzz.
Like
when he wanted to sound like Buzz Lightyear, he sounded like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, he did sound really good.
When he did the "You're mocking me, aren't you?" Like, I think that's indistinguishable from Ting.
No, that was perfect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there was a lot of that, like where he would flip the thing up and he would do the star logs and people would make fun of him for doing the star logs because it's fucking stupid, Buzz. But again, they kept that because that's what fucking he did in the movie, like the Toy Story. I'm like, oh, this shit's cute. When he first reveals Zurg and he looks at him and says, "Dad," I fucking lost it. I'm like, that's genuinely funny because Zurg was his father in the fucking Toy Story 2. That's good.
He was?
Yes, they were doing the stupid Star Wars thing, and the fact that they made reference to it like for a second, and they just do it. They do it for a second, they move on. I'm like, that part of the movie, you got me. Everything else, you fucking sucked. You wasted 2 hours of my life, but those combined 3 seconds were pretty all right.
I need to go back and watch Toy Story 2, I think.
It's a good movie.
I don't remember this.
Well, is he watching it on TV or something when that happens? When they show that scene?
When he finds out he's his father?
Yeah, I don't remember the scene either.
Because Zurg was an actual character.
Zurg was an actual character, yes.
You mean in Toy Story 2 or?
In Toy Story 2.
No, Craig. What's your question?
Toy Story 2, like when does that happen? I don't remember.
I imagine there might be fighting on an elevator or something.
Pete or whatever his name was.
Yeah, no, there's a scene between Buzz Lightyear, but not our Buzz Lightyear, and Zurg. And I think maybe the movie turns on, which I guess isn't this movie, despite what they want you to believe.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong though. It's been a while since I've seen Toy Story 2.
Is it when you see when all the buzzes are in the
yeah,
Al's toy barn or whatever?
Yes, it does happen at Al's turn barn
with the late great Wayne
Is that
Knight.
The third one?
The third one takes place inside Al's toy barn. The second
one takes place in Al's toy barn.
The third one's Lotso hugging bear.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Where does the second one take place?
It takes place all over because the toys have to go save Woody from being sold by the collector man.
Who was the collector man?
The late great Wayne Knight.
Al, but I don't remember him actually having the thing because I could have sworn in the third one they're also in the toy barn with the.
No.
Oh wait, shit! You're right. Maybe
Bonnie's.
But didn't the third one
they're in a preschool.
But didn't the third one also have 2 Buzz Lightyears?
No, they had Buzz Lightyear, but he got switched to Spanish.
Oh, that's why I thought.
Yes, that's why you're confused.
2.
He had like reset it, and he believes he is Spanish. And Jesse's all like, "Yeah, let's fucking go!" She's super into it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
and she makes a reference like, "I know how to make that mode just come on whenever." Woo! And then you look at her pants, and there's just like a big wet spot in her crotch.
Man, do you know what's a real shame? Probably the biggest
Toy Story
shame
became
of all.
this shit. What is it?
Oh wait, never mind. Don't worry about it.
The amount of money they wasted doing this instead of literally anything else.
I guess. I was actually thinking of one thing, but then I realized I'm getting my weeks confused again.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Because I saw Sean Bean is trending on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, and I realized, oh wait, we didn't do National Treasure last week. We did it multiple weeks ago.
I don't even think he's not trending on Twitter for a good reason. Does anything
I don't
trend
know
on
what
Twitter
he's
for
doing.
a good reason? I don't know. I looked at it. I'm like, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, can we now talk about what we're doing next week, or are we still unfulfilled?
I don't know if I can be fulfilled talking about fucking Lightyear of all
That's
things.
what I was thinking too, in which there are just going to be weeks where a movie doesn't leave us a movie
You
leaves us
say that.
unfulfilled, and so does a podcast.
I felt okay ending the Three Caballeros when we ended the Three Caballeros, and that was the fucking Three Caballeros.
Yeah. What else is there to hit is the big thing, though.
They killed Socks. That sucked.
Did they?
They killed
Ace
Future's
Socks.
Socks. They killed Ace Socks. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what this movie was. I do know what this movie was, and I guess that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, the good news is I don't think they have the balls to do this again, which I guess isn't the good news. It's kind of sad because, again, I would like them to maybe tackle another movie like this, rely less on having nostalgia be the only thing that carries your shit forward.
They need to do live actions Woody's Roundup.
What?
Make it like
that couldn't be
hardcore
a movie,
western.
That would be
like a real
Oh my
a big
God.
time western movie with like
okay.
Jesse and Woody and
Like a spaghetti western, but
Yeah.
take place. Yeah, I'm okay
people
with that.
die and
This-
shit, but they're just like, but it's still Woody.
People die and shit. That does tend to happen.
This was Al's favorite movie.
Reach for the skies. This was Al's favorite.
and it's from
That
like
would be genuinely funny.
it would be from like the actual when were westerns big? What year was that? 70s?
Yesterday.
I don't know. Whatever the fuck.
Community did that one episode and it brought it back for a little bit.
Make it like an actual western from that era, and it'll be.
No, I think that would be great. I think you could make that work, especially when Woody shoots someone and he just shits his pants after he dies.
You know, there's gonna be one scene where the snake gets in his boot, though.
Yeah, no, of course. He's gonna hit all of them. He's gonna, guys, don't drink that. Someone poisoned the water.
Oh.
It could be so good. We're writing this shit.
Well, it's not gonna happen because they started with fucking Buzz.
If they're gonna do a live
Lightyear.
action any movie, it's the Woody's Roundup, the movie.
Why live action, though?
Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying live action myself. I'm a little confused. Like,
Yeah.
this movie wasn't live action. Like, right?
No, this one has to be live action because it's supposed to be Big Al's favorite movie.
What do you mean?
Because it was supposed to be for that era.
Wait, I want to know then. But like, no, when you guys were saying this was Andy's favorite movie, I didn't think it was CGI. I thought it was live action, or at least it was supposed to be live action.
In their universe, I think maybe it was supposed to be live action.
So
Yeah,
is
that's
it
what I'm
going to be live action in their universe?
Okay, so fine, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It would be CG, but it would be live action to them, and it would be understood.
Yeah, that's why it was
Yeah.
such high quality animation.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be live action. You know what, though? If they really wanted to sell that, if they shot this like it was supposed to be like a shitty live action, like if they had all the spaceships on like strings and shit, I think that would have been the charm that this movie was missing. I think that could have gone a long way to making this work. Now that you guys told me that, no, they set this up with a fucking 2-second clip they showed in there where it says this is Andy's favorite movie.
Yep.
What a fucking missed opportunity this fucking movie was. Jesus Christ.
Could have been good. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Now are we fulfilled?
No, we're worse off than we were when we started, I think. Craig, say more slurs.
No, I'm good. That was the one and done. He's only got to bleep one.
And we're still figuring out if I have to bleep mine.
Don't release this episode until you get the results back.
Oh shit. The thing is, I think it takes like multiple weeks for a 23andMe test.
You didn't do it weeks ago?
What was that?
You didn't do this in preparation for the podcast?
No, I was just looking up other slurs.
You also came back with nothing, by the way. I just want to point that out. You had days, both of you, days to work on your argument. You saw eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and grandfathered in, and nothing to back it up.
So I'm actually looking. Can I just do the $100 test?
What's the $100 test?
Well, there's one that's $100, and there's one that's like, oh god, there's a $150 and there's a $230.
Oh no, we're not actually doing 23. You're not fucking whatever. You're just gonna get ripped off.
What do you mean? Oh!
All right. Good night, everybody.
No, we have to talk about next week. Craig, what are we doing next week?
Cadet Cali, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm not getting ripped off this week.
And neither am I. Dunce number 1 signing off. Good night and good bless.
I'm Craig Stew, and I'm leaving too.
And I'm the third one. And here's my top 10 of words you shouldn't say on your podcast. Number 1.
Okay. This is it, everyone. We're here to have some fun.
Strap in, baby.
No stormtroopers, no TIE fighters, no threat of annihilation.
Dum bum bum dum ba-dum bum ba-dum. Best vacation ever!
Summer's about to end, and we're all about to go our separate ways.
It's a vacation. Relax.
Hello there,
Who are you?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What is in this?
We are on holiday. It's not that kind of holiday. Rubbity rubbity. And don't forget my shoulders. They really burn. One never knows how long a moment will last. You must learn to enjoy yourself.
What do you know about vacations?
Go Jabba! Go Jabba!
The trip isn't about the destination. It's about the journey.
Go, go, go!
Who
will be declared rulers of the beach.
Ruler? Everybody limbo! Who's next?
Try not to lose a hand. It's kind of a thing in our family. It's a...
I'm not saying it.
It's a snack!